Alright, last time we had stopped with the defeat of the Crystal Sage. Now we've got enough souls here. We're going to go ahead and cash in, get an extra Estus flask while I'm at it, before we press on into the Cathedral of the Deep.
You're an unkindled, aren't you? I am Sirius, of the Sunless Realms, former servant of the divinity. Duties we each bear, but one's duty is a solitary affair. I doubt we've much to gain from fraternization. Blessing of the moon upon your journey. I doubt we've much to get. Blessing of the moon.
Well, how may I...
Alright, we'll see where that puts us before we keep selling stuff.
Speak. Very well. Then touch the darkness within me. Take nourishment from these sovereignless souls.
We're very close to that stamina threshold. I think one more level up should do it. And we are 2,600 approximately away.
Farewell, Ashen One.
So let's see if we can make up the difference.
How may...
Oh yeah.
Ashen One. Be...
Welcome, speak. Very well, then touch Haken.
And with that we'll have hit 120 stamina, which is a respectable level to get at, much like the 1000 HP range. Once you get there, you've got a decent amount that you can work with. Bear in mind, your dagger is going to be using far less stamina per strike compared to some of the heavier weapons. So 120 is very reasonable for this build.
Heavens, she was already dead. Heavens.
And he's sad with Loretta's passing, so he won't sell us anything this trip. But that'll be alright. With that business done, oh, almost forgot. We did want to get that extra Estus flask.
That is good, wasn't he?
Oh, and I forgot about the coal too.
To forge the weapons of Farron's Abyss Watchers. A fine prize. I'm honored to be endued with it. Now I'll be equipped to infuse special gems. Praise the gods, eh? Time to put this brawn to use.
I should be able... Oh, I need more souls. So
But
650.
be careful.
Ashen One.
That is good, wasn't he?
Because that's going to increase my scaling there. So I lose 5 points off base, but I gain 10 points on bonus. So free 5 points just by that.
Pretty be careful. I don't want to see my work squandered.
So you can take this build in one of 3 different directions. I choose the sharp path because of the straight bonus modifiers. You don't need to worry about whether or not it can be modified, even if the enemy is resistant to bleed, or another path people take is poison. You don't need to worry about either of those if you go for straight damage. It may not be as effective as the other builds. But when you're running up against those like the Dragon Slayer armor later, at least then your initial hits are going to be a respectable chip damage. So now we can press on. I wonder if I can get the fall on him. Nope. Pull you this way. Yeah, I'll just go ahead and light the bonfire. No particular reason to have to fight them. There's a suit of armor back there, but we don't necessarily need it for this character. Free souls. Nope. Ah. Since you can't parry, was definitely the painful, drawn-out approach. I'm gonna run this way and grab the free shield at the top. And here I'm gonna sprint through. Oops. Be chased by a bunch of dogs. Ignore him. Make for the door. not going to talk to this guy here. I'm not going to be doing the DLC on this character as of yet. May change my mind, but for now, I'm just doing the vanilla game. There's a couple free items through here that you could pick up, but I am more interested in getting through so that we can press on and open the shortcut doors and get ourselves to the next boss. Same thing with all these enemies. You can fight them, they're not really going to give you any good gains. But you do want that undead bone shard I just picked up. We'll press up these stairs. I'll grab this. I mean, it's literally right there. We will press down across the roof. Our goal is right here. Aim for this statue. Oop. Watch out for that dude. And that dude. This would be, you know, a speed strategy, if you will. I could fight all these guys, but just get into the door. Get to the door. And dodge here. Ow. Avoid the slime monster. This treasure item isn't actually worthwhile, so I'll avoid it. Ooh. Make a big old mess of my table. And unlock the first shortcut. And we're back at the chapel. At this point, if you're playing on a previous character, or a previous run's character, you're on New Game Plus, and you had managed to acquire the Silver Cat ring from, you know, maybe a friend dropped it for you, or you went a different path and you're coming back to the cathedral after doing Cirrus's quest line. You could equip the ring and drop down here and save a lot of what I'm doing now. Is this too high of a drop? No, this isn't too bad. I'm going to drop down here. Because we are wanting to press across. That right there is where the giant was originally. Oh, Kirk has come to play. Let's get the shortcut first. And here's that chapel again. This door set will lead to an elevator that takes you up to the rafters. In the rafter area you can, well, I guess I'll show you. I am doing that one of the character's quest lines, and in order to do it, it's easy if you, it can save you some time in, you know, my experience, if you've already done this part. Get the deep ring. Bye-bye. Okay, there's a guy with an axe on that side down there. You can see his axe just barely sticking out. We don't need to go that direction. We are headed this direction. But he will come out as we come onto the area. We don't want to have a situation where you're pincered between two foes. So take care of him before you push forward. For the Titanite. Oh, that's my bad. Got cocky thinking the damage would work. Kill him. Alright, and I'm gonna top off health, or close enough, because this part can be stressful. You need to fall down there and fall down again here. And if you're not really high on your health, it's going to kill you to fall. You can't heal between... Oh. Ah! Oh, that's right. Turkey's still tagged in here. Now. So it may not let me press on here. Because it thinks the invader is still here. He is. I think he's down there somewhere. There he is. Got some delightful maggots crawling all over me. I don't have a source of heat to kill them. I can't press on. We're gonna cross over here. Oh, those maggots are gonna kill me. Nope. Guess not. Well, good. These are the main doors to the cathedral. We passed them when we were running up the stairs from the graveyard. This is where we turned right here and ran down across the roof. There's the graveyard. So theoretically from that bonfire we could now come up directly up here. I'm not going to be able to call this because you have to go at it from below. Now, I've never tried this. I'll try it. Yeah, see, it won't let you homeward bone or anything because you've directly got an invader. I think this is a hunter's charm. Oh, a dual charm. Okay. Let me consume... Nope, can't use one of those because I'm already kindled, so... I literally cannot heal. There you are. Follow me. This is probably going to kill me because I am not good at duels. As you can see, whenever he rolls, his armor itself is dealing damage to me. Okay, that's actually a decent spot for me to die because we've unlocked the shortcut here. I should be able to exit directly across.
Merciful goddess, mother of the forlorn, who have
That's the first one.
to call their own.
I need this one. So let's go get our souls. And I'm going to have to do the rafter part again. But this time, instead of fighting everything, I'll just dash through it. Save some time. Except for this guy. I'll knock him off. Gotta watch for the arrow right here. See, my timing there wasn't good. And I need to heal. And drop down. Need to heal. I'm gonna kill a couple of these guys. I think for the next part I need 7,500 souls. That'll do. Now we can access the door. This is also a very important part if you are wanting to modify your character. Say you know, found out you really don't like having a beard. This room here and this bonfire, rest, get the maggots off. This over here is Rosaria, the Mother of Rebirth. You can offer her a pale tongue and she will recreate your character's appearance. You can also use her to redistribute level up attributes. So if you wanted, you know, to try something out, say, you know, maxing out your strength or dex, you can do so and change your character if you find that you don't like how you've made it. You don't have to lose level ups or recreate another character. Now you're only able to do that. I need to go for that quest line back to the shrine. You're only able to do that 5 times per new game cycle, after which point you will have to beat the entire game and come back on the next more difficult setting. But 5, in my experience, is more than sufficient. That makes it a lot easier so that you don't have to it's not like it was within Dark Souls 2 where you could rebuild many times. Because honestly, there's not much of a point. One thing to look up if you're concerned about your attribute levels, there are soft caps for each stat level. As long as you're meeting those, the damage fall off or the health fall off, you're only going to see minimal gains anyway. But let's get this guy, help him out in the well.
Just how?
It's me! Siegfried, I'm loath to admit it, but I've been had.
Someone's swiped my arm. Did you happen to... Oh, not to worry. An old tip and I... Ha 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 ha.
I'm sorry, just having a moment where I forgot how to get where I'm going. This is going to take me up to the rafters. I don't want to be on the rafters. Actually... I should just be able to use Rosaria's bedchamber. Otherwise, I could go at it by going in front of the boss door, which has other benefits, but there's no need. We'll just warp here. And I am actually coming up on time for this 30-minute segment. So I will end the video here before we continue on with the quest line and the next boss. So let me call it quits here and I'll start again here in a second.